Hello, and welcome to St. John's River State College's Career Services presentation of Getting to the Interview, How to Create a Professional Resume and Cover Letter. In this brief overview, we will discuss key components of a resume, different resume formats you can use in creating a professional resume, and why you should always include a cover letter with your resume. The standard sections of a resume include contact information. Remember to always provide this information at the top, and it is advised to make it identical to the top of your cover letter as well. Think of it as creating your own personal stationery. Your email address should be either just your name or some professional variation of it. If you do not have an email address like this, then you should create one. Next, provide an objective statement or summary of your qualifications. If you use an objective statement, try to make it specific to the job you are applying for. The statement should clearly declare what you are looking for in a job, as well as show your potential employer that you have career goals and aspirations. You should be able to fit your objective statement into one concise sentence. Example, to obtain a position at XYZ Hospital as a health information technologist. If you decide to use a summary of your qualifications, this section should highlight the skills you possess and include skills that the employer is looking for. Experience or skill sets. Give specifics and point out accomplishments or results. If you lack work experience, highlight internships, your leadership in clubs or organizations, and community service projects you have participated in. You want to show which skills you have that set you apart. Professional experience, employment history. You don't have to put every job you have ever had. The past 10 years is sufficient. You want to make sure that your bullet points under each work experience accurately reflects your time and accomplishments in that job. There can be challenges with limited space, so aim for 4 to 5 bullet points per job. You also want to start each phrase with an action verb. You do not want to start phrases with I, and you want to stay away from using the same action verb more than once. Under education or training, include the dates you graduated and any certifications you have. Remember, the look and feel of your resume tells a story. Under visual appeal, keep your margins to 1 inch all around. Avoid having empty white spaces or one sentence standing alone. Links should be one page unless you have a lot of professional experience relevant to the new position. You'll want to use Tahoma, Arial, Times New Roman, or Verdana for font, and use bold, italic, and capitalization to highlight key areas, but keep this use minimal. Font size should be 11 to 12 points, and when you print this, you should use resume paper that is either cream, white, or gray. Also, be sure that you use the same header style on each page of your resume, reference sheet, and cover letter. And don't forget to proofread and spell check. We will be looking at 4 of the most commonly used resume formats. The first is the Chronological Resume. This resume focuses on your work history with most recent position first. It is easier for employers to follow your career history and shows career progression and growth. Here is an example of a chronological resume. The next resume format is the functional. This focuses on your skills and experience, and the skills are grouped into functional areas. It is used most often when changing careers or if there are employment gaps. No dates are included on this resume. The combination resume combines the two chronological and functional formats. It highlights skills and functional areas first, then provides the chronological work history that some employers prefer. The targeted resume is written specifically to the employer's needs. It highlights most relevant accomplishments, skills, experiences, and qualifications for a specific job. Your resume is a reflection of you. Remember, spell check does not catch everything, and sometimes words that are spelled correctly are not necessarily the words that you are wanting to use. Example, manager versus manger. Potential employers want to see the dates of when you worked at a certain place, especially so they can use those dates to reference, and leave out dates could cause a concern or raise a red flag. This could cause a reviewer to place your resume aside as not a potential candidate. You will want to include dates for every position. If you do have gaps in your employment history, do not address those in your resume, but make reference to that time period of unemployment in your cover letter. If during the time of unemployment you were involved in schooling, training, or volunteer activities, listing those under the appropriate headings on your resume should clear up any confusion or concern on the gap of time for unemployment. Be sure your resume has your up-to-date and correct contact information. Overlooking that information could cost you the job. If you say that you are very detail-oriented and your contact information is incorrect, that reflects on you and makes a potential employer question the validity of the rest of your resume. Lots of different typefaces and boxes may look nice, but it is strongly suggested that you keep things simple and use plain text. Focus on your skills and accomplishments that directly apply to the job you are applying for. People do not want to read long, wordy resumes. Every word counts, so don't dwell on the specifics of each job, but rather highlight the aspects that were specific to you. If the reviewer gets bored and loses interest while reading your resume, you may have just lost the possibility of that job. Personal information unrelated to the job, such as marital status, age, race, height, and weight, religious or political affiliation, names, ages, and number of children, hobbies, and a photograph of yourself should not be included on your resume. Do not list your references on your resume. You can put references available upon request at the bottom, but always have 3 to 5 references on a separate sheet. Do not use close friends or relatives. Use professional contacts or instructors. Also, do not apply for a job that you are unqualified for. You may want the job, but if you don't have the skills and experience needed, there is no reason to apply for the position. Look at the job descriptions and be sure to highlight the specific skills that they are looking for with a bulleted list of your related qualification at the top of your document. Customizing your resume for each position you apply to can be critical in today's job search. It's vitally important that your resume conveys that you are a perfect match for the job. When tailoring your resume to each specific position, there are 5 key areas you want to remember to change. The job target title at the top of your resume. You will want to always change your target job title so that it reflects the specific position for which you are applying. This way, there is no confusion about the position you want to apply for and your experience. Branded career summary. Make adjustments to your career summary by shifting information around and placing the most relevant skills, experience, and accomplishments first. Key skills, core strengths. Keywords play an important role on your resume because they can draw the hiring manager's attention. Place the most relevant keywords and core strengths at the top of your core strengths or summary of qualifications so that the hiring manager sees these first. This way, if they're simply scanning the resume, they'll see them right away and won't miss them. Accomplishment strengths. Reword your accomplishment statements so that the most critical and relevant information is at the beginning of the bullet. This helps the initial eye scan by the lower level HR rep who will be reviewing your resume the first time. It also helps those who are scanning through the document without a thorough read to spot the important information they need in order to make a decision about whether to invest more time. Use bullet points. Finally, reorder your bullet points for each position so that the most relevant for the position comes first. For example, if you have experience in customer service and sales and you're applying for a sales associate position, put your sales-related bullet points first in each position description on your resume. Put them in order of significance, from most relevant first to the least relevant last. Don't underestimate the importance of a cover letter. Even if the employer did not ask for one, it is still considered proper business etiquette. A cover letter is your first opportunity to tell a prospective employer about yourself and to do so in your own words. The cover letter should provide an introduction, inform them that you have done your research, highlight skills you possess, explain your background, and provide additional information that is not relevant in the resume. The mechanics of a cover letter. Use standard font and size. If a printed version, please be sure to sign your name at the bottom. Make sure the person's name is spelled correctly that you are addressing the letter to. Do not opt out of ever writing a cover letter. Even if the hiring manager did not ask for your cover letter, it is proper business etiquette to send a cover letter with your resume. Be concise and get to the point as fast as possible. Break any paragraph 7 lines or longer into short, easily digestible ones. Emailed cover letters are oftentimes briefer, but never send a one-liner. You can write a brief, convincing cover letter in just a few paragraphs. Keep your cover letter professional but friendly. Remember to show that you are a great fit for the position, but have the reader like you. Use appropriate humor and professional tone. In your letter, stay focused on the employer's needs. Research the employer. Find the qualities that they are looking for and what their future goals are. Use your letter to prove that you are what they are looking for. Demonstrate what you can do for the employer, not what they can do for you. Remember, lastly, to proofread. Your cover letter should be error-free. Read it out loud and have others proof it as well for spelling errors. Career Coach and College Central Network are two resources offered through the college. Both offer resume builder programs to assist you in creating a professional resume, as well as a wealth of information pertaining to cover letters and interview skills. Now, what should you do? Stay active in the job search process. Do not expect your resume to do all the legwork for you. You want to continue researching different job options, stay in touch with your network of contacts, and apply for jobs that you're qualified and interested in obtaining. For more information or assistance in creating your resume and cover letter, please contact the Workforce Department at 386 312 4259. Thanks for watching and good luck.